Hi, and welcome to the Travel Boss. Top 10 things to do in Cairo is the topic of today's video. Cairo has a lot to see and do, like the pyramids, the Nile, mummies, mosques, and churches that are more than 1,000 years old. But we tried to pick out the top 10 things to do in Cairo, so you can see the best of what the city has to offer. Before we start our top 10, please click the subscribe button and tell us what is your favorite thing to do in Cairo in the comments. Number 10. Have lunch or dinner with the pyramids view. You've probably already been up close and personal with the pyramids, but you can't just see them once and be done with it. People, we're talking about the world's last ancient wonder. This time, you don't have to walk around in the sand and sun to see them. Instead, you can sit back, have a drink and a meal, and enjoy the view of the ancient giants. Number 9. See Egypt's oldest pyramid at Saqqara. If you are interested in pyramids, which you should be, you should go to the necropolis of Saqqara and see the step pyramid, also called the Pyramid of Djoser. It is the oldest pyramid in Egypt, and the way it is built with steps is thought to be the first pyramid design before the pyramids of Giza. It also has about a dozen interesting tombs inside. Number 8. Take a Nile felucca ride. Since people started keeping records, the Nile has been Egypt's lifeline, and you'll have to cross it several times a day to get from one side of Cairo to the other. And while it's cool to see the Nile from above, nothing beats taking a sail on one of Egypt's small sailboats, called feluccas. It's an instant break from the chaos of Cairo's streets, and sunset is a great time to feel the breeze from the river and watch the lights of the city reflect in the water. Number 7. Explore Coptic Cairo. Coptic Cairo is known as the stronghold of Christianity in Old Cairo. It has places of worship that date back to when the pharaonic religions of ancient Egypt had died out and Islam had not yet come. Coptic Egypt still has some of the oldest churches in Egypt. Some of these churches were built as early as the 4th century AD. People also think that the Holy Family stopped here for a short time on their way to Egypt to get away from Herod. Number 6. See the neighboring Sultan Hassan and Al Rifai mosques. Two of Egypt's most beautiful mosques, Sultan Hassan and Al Rifai, are near the Cairo citadel. Even though the two mosques are about the same size and are only separated by a lane, they were built 500 years apart. Sultan Hassan was built in 1359 AD and is thought to be one of the most important buildings in the Islamic world. It had 4 madrasas, which are religious schools, and a mosque. It was called a wonder of building by Islamic historians. Number 5. Go to the Cairo Citadel and Muhammad Ali Mosque. The Cairo Citadel is a medieval fortress that is almost 1,000 years old. For almost 700 years, Egypt's rulers ran the government and lived there. It is still the tallest building in Cairo's east and is home to many mosques and museums, including the famous Muhammad Ali Mosque. Because of its height, it's also a great place to see a wide view of Cairo. Number 4. Shop for souvenirs at Khan el Khalili. You can't go to El Moz Street without wandering through Khan el Khalili, Cairo's most famous souk or bazaar, which is right next to it. Khan el Khalili is a great place to buy gifts or souvenirs for people back home. In this maze of shops and street vendors, you can buy everything from high-quality gold and silver to cheap plastic junk. At night, when all the lights and lanterns are on, it looks beautiful, but you can expect a lot of people and a lot of haggling. Number 3. Walk down El Moz Street in Old Cairo. Cairo as a city is more than 1,000 years old, and the pedestrian street of El Moz is the best place to see what's left of Old Cairo or Historic Cairo, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. El Moz Street is 1 kilometer long and has everything from shops to the famous tent makers' bazaar to medieval houses, mosques, and palaces. The greatest concentration of medieval architectural treasures in the Islamic world is what the UN says about El Moz Street. Number 2. Check out the Royal Mummy Gallery at the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. Even though the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization is worth seeing on its own, it has over 50,000 artifacts from all periods of Egyptian history, from prehistoric times to the pharaonic era, and up to the present. The Royal Mummy Gallery is a must-see. It is home to more than 20 royal mummies, including the famous Ramses II. Some of the mummies are in amazing shape for being over 3,000 years old. Number 1. See the Pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx. The Pyramids of Giza, including the Great Pyramid, are a top destination for visitors to Cairo and a major tourist attraction in Egypt. They are also the only remaining ancient wonder of the world, and their presence on the Giza Plateau makes them one of the most iconic sites globally. So these are the top 10 best things to do in Cairo. Please like the video if you enjoyed our list and share your views in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The Travel Boss. Thanks for watching.